Thanks for everybody for being here. It's a challenge, Ed, we were just talking, so if you get closer to 8, because it would be helpful for everybody.
Yes.
Not that we always have to do. Well, the quorum is based on the 11. But we always have to have 6 people here. And basically, it's almost like we only have 7.
Yeah, it really points to why we have to fill those empty seats,
Yeah,
because they count as absent members for purposes of a quorum,
yeah.
right? So,
All right, so we'll get going here. We'll approve December's minutes. Does anybody have any edits or?
nope.
No.
Thank you, Grace, for
Thank you.
doing them. That's
I was gonna
fabulous.
do them today too,
Oh.
but I just sort of work, so I'm gonna kind of like,
All right, thank you. I appreciate that every time.
Yeah, I
you
do
take a
too.
minute, But
next month, maybe I won't do those.
somebody, I'd like to skip February, March and April, so. Next
Oh,
February.
that's great. Yeah.
Imagine that, yeah. Just a little bit, it's already started. All right, so we have Grace as the minutes taker. As I mentioned, there's been no new applicants in, so keep reaching out if you know somebody. Maybe we'll mention it to Joe Steckler if he knows somebody. I had asked even Terry Houck if he wanted to fill the one for a year.
Oh,
What do you say?
Anybody just, it was kind of like, yeah, he didn't say yes right immediately. He didn't say no either, but depends on what he wants to do. He might want to enjoy his little bit of time off, but not really be involved for a little bit. I didn't really ask him to commit for 5 years, so, because we have like one on the town for a year, and the other 2 are obviously 5 years. All right, so I guess we should go to election of officers. So does anybody want to step up and be the chair? Or is it gonna be me again?
Are you willing and able?
I'll do it for another year.
Oh.
If you want to stay in the background and kind of, because Frank, you're gonna know more about all the grants and everything else.
Yeah,
So that
we-
takes this load off you.
Yeah, but we're not doing that much with grants right now at the moment.
Yeah,
No.
well, maybe they need some nudging. Possibly, or whatever comes up, who knows, and find the money that they're gonna be working on the Brown Road Park or whatever, but I'll do it for another year just to. I mean, you did it for what, 6 or 7?
Yeah, well, I started the commission,
Yeah,
close to
well,
a decade,
before it was even a commission.
Yeah.
I don't know.
close to a decade.
Yeah. Put that up. Well, we need nomination, somebody,
I nominate you. Jerry?
I second.
okay? Anybody objecting, any comments? No, all those in favor?
Aye.
Miss. We're supposed to fill a secretary position. So I don't know,
We haven't had one for a long time. so
Yeah.
we'll just keep going with that.
mostly unless somebody wants to step up, I don't think we should force the person to take minutes every time.
George was the secretary, right?
At one point, yeah, but I think
That's their 1-year appointments, right?
yeah, they're all 1 year, so kind of, I think last year you did 3 up 4 and you didn't want to commit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even the last 2 years for all I know, because obviously we both lost like 40 that would take minutes, so. We still should probably spread that around. Unless somebody really wants to take minutes every meeting, which doesn't seem like that's anybody's doing the horse shack going boo, 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 up.
Yeah, and the idea of getting any kind of administrative support from the town or the village is pretty much.
Yeah, forget that, yeah. They're strapped as it is. So are we gonna nominate a secretary or are we gonna just pass on it?
If we're gonna rotate, what's the role of the secretary other than taking minutes?
Even whatever, normally there'd be correspondence, we don't get any of that, there's nothing that's.
Yeah.
And you could just make sure the minutes are done, I guess,
Yeah.
Hank, or whatever, instead of me, technically. I've read somewhere, you're really supposed to have the minutes done within like 2 or 3 days for public meetings, believe it or not.
That doesn't happen for any public meeting.
Yeah, that's, maybe it's a week.
It doesn't happen for the planning board. The only one who gets their thing up is the town board meetings.
Out within a week, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's come holding us fire for that.
Mhm.
It's usually the day out.
So do you want to be nominated, Hank, for secretary, just to hold the position?
Sure.
All right, I'll nominate Hank. Any seconds?
I'll second.
Okay. Great second. Any further discussions? None, all those in favor?
Hello?
Aye.
Right.
Okay, Hank will be the secretary. While Hank's outside for a second, we'll just take a brief break in case there's something, we don't want them to necessarily miss. You know, and then we have to repeat it, so hopefully it'll be quick here.
So I can answer your questions. When you do the minutes, I know you bring your logs up,
Mhm.
but I was told you could get them off of this recording too.
You can.
No, right?
No, I'm not writing word for word, I'm just writing.
Right, the bullet points.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah, our probably minutes are even longer than a lot of,
Mhm.
just when minutes, we all do them probably a little bit longer than they necessarily need to be. I think the biggest thing to have in minutes are any of the votes, you know,
Yeah.
probably
So what
attendance and votes.
Is that, we have.
Well, that's how, because most of us can't do, as Grace is doing, and maybe Alina does.
Just do it. I've done it.
Yeah,
out.
go back and,
Word.
and then this recording is also up on the town YouTube site.
Okay,
So
so
that's how we get it, and that's how I always.
Yeah, the last couple times with that minutes, it wasn't available prior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Johnny Frost has got better about that for us.
I think Joe knows how to upload it. Johnny told me he taught Joe how to do it.
So,
and I know it's already you have to do it, because she did it, she did the minutes one time.
Yeah,
I said, what are you doing? She goes, well, this is how you get the minutes. I said, oh, I didn't know.
yeah, yeah, well, she's the one that downloads the recording too, so
Mm.
somehow, yeah, I saw it one time, oh my God. It's like pages and pages, every single word, you gotta go through and edit
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah, it's almost faster to just
No.
listen, hit pause, you know, quick
Yeah.
type. You know, if I was really good, I could listen and type at the same time, but I'm not quite that good. I do okay, I'll say I'm okay typing, but I'm no professional, you know, 100 words a minute or something like that.
Yeah, I know some people are trying out, there's an AI function in Zoom that will take notes.
It'll be notes now instead of every
Yeah,
Through your phone, right?
word.
it's through the Zoom meeting.
Oh, okay.
And that
I
would be
tried it
awesome.
once. Oh, Lena had tried it at one point.
Yeah, I think that's the one, I saw that, that was like, whoa,
Yeah.
Well, that's the I put it in its own kind of.
speaker one, speaker, you know, you don't even know who it is.
Yeah.
Next month, Doug replied, he's not gonna be here next month, I don't think either. Now, what we got going on?
Oh, it's got Adobe's.
Is there anything we can do that maybe doesn't involve Hank?
Well, I mean,
I need,
Rail
I can't stay later, so.
okay, yeah, no, we're not gonna go past time at the latest. All right, anybody on rail trail, anything? Alina, anything with rail trails or not?
I was just gonna ask about the trash can on the rail trail. I think Grace, you had emailed with Bill and the town. I wasn't sure if you had heard back separately from that email chain.
No, I'll follow up again and see. Cause he said he had it and he asked where to put it, and so I haven't heard anything back.
Okay.
One with the bins that, like up at under the pavilion at Burnroad Park.
It's
They already
the,
have it.
yeah, but the other one for the entrance of the rail trail, they
Yeah.
have it, it's
Oh,
already,
yeah.
you know, they've.
Did he say it was at the village, yard? I forget, there was an email.
No, I think it's at the town one.
Should I talk about the bike rails now with the rail trail? Because I.
Bike racks?
Yeah, racks. Or
Sure.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead.
So, just so you all know, December, at the end of December, when I was gonna go to the meeting, they didn't have one, the village board. First village board meeting in January, they did not put me on the agenda. And when I went, it was kind of like, they were all plugging the whole village manager thing, so I had a separate meeting with Ed, because I wanted an answer. So here it is, I typed it. Unfortunately, he said, I did not realize until Grace's email back in the fall that there were other racks and stenciling being stored at the village street department. Okay?
He knows about those signs.
Okay, it's definitely a mess on our part, and I would have tried to set out what is a bite able schedule? Or did he mean bike able schedule with the street guys this summer to get some installed? We'll work with the manager, the new manager, to make sure we get this working as soon as the weather gets in. So what stenciling is he's saying, I think he's trying to say.
There is stenciling from, when we did the complete streets. The county.
Yeah.
The county gave us stencils that you put on the roads, indicate that it's a bike, and they gave us, several $100s worth of paint, which, is somewhere.
So that's supposed to be on the Canal Street or Center
Yeah,
Street?
you could put it anywhere you had a bicycle route designated on a town road.
Oh, so
I know that Kenny Berglund was like talking to Mike at one point about stenciling the route
Yeah.
back to the rail trail.
Gotcha, so he was tying the stenciling in with the bike rack.
That
That
should
would
be
be
great.
on the sidewalk. so-
No, it's what it's,
I mean, the bike would be out in the street, right?
it's called a sharrow, so you
Yeah.
put it on the street
Yeah.
to indicate to cars that bicycles share the street.
I mean, there's parking all along Canal Street, so they get.
I think the idea was to put it from, the road that goes from Canal Street to the sewer plant, what's that called?
Oh, wow.
Little League Road,
Yeah,
Edwards Place.
It was great, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but then the O and W Trail has their signs up and keep going down there, so that's well marked for.
yeah, it's more of something that's supposed to make it safer for bicycles and cars to be on the same
You're
road.
saying it's alerting the driving.
Yeah, it's not so much,
Driving
it's not so much for wayfinding, it's
Yeah.
just like, so both supposed to make sure bikes, cars both know they're sharing the road.
Okay, so that's that,
About the wayfinding signs, because those are sitting in the garage too.
He made it sound like he didn't know about a lot of
She
stuff.
absolutely knows about those. 'Cause
Absolutely, I just think.
You might
he's
have
trying to-
forgot about them.
Yeah,
yeah, it's easy.
I've sent several emails.
actually, yeah,
My hope,
Several
my hope
emails.
is that, you know, the village will function more efficiently with the village manager.
yeah.
Because the mayor has typically been the over, and the village manager, has been the person that gets the street department to do stuff, and
Mhm.
things like that,
Mhm.
so.
Well, usually the mayor has a job, helping there,
Yeah.
right there.
and like Lena, sorry, and like Lena said, I have no problem keep following it up on this.
Yeah.
Keep pushing, so somebody new was in their face. I have no
But
problem.
so, anything else?
And do we have the new village manager's email address? Because I think it'd be great to start including him on some of these email chains if we're not already.
It's the same, you would do the same format, you like, if you send the mayor, just put his.
Oh, right.
Oh, it's
Okay.
probably Elliot's old one. It was like village manager at.
Yeah, something,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's probably on the website, at least,
Yeah.
so hopefully it's been updated. So. Anything more on the rail trail, please?
The thing I would want to mention, it's generally for parks, but, it's a new year but for those of us who get out and do work on the trails or in the parks, that's Douglas and his crew.
Yeah, I
And
got
people, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I was
Those,
on mine now.
Those are annual, they're important to fill out if you're gonna do the physical work for the town. They indemnify the town a little bit, but the other nice thing about it is they give you, if you get injured, they give you backup medical insurance.
Hmm.
If you get injured while you're working, so
Those picked up at the clerk or they.
you can get them right at the clerk's.
Or off the website. I
Okay.
printed it off the website myself, so.
Off of, which website?
Town of Warsing. I don't know if it's at the village one, it's definitely a town of Warsing.
Yeah, it's only a town, it only works on town property, the village does not have the program, as far as I know, that's probably.
Well, we're still within town though, right? I mean, if you're on village, in the village.
Right, it's still a town of Warsaw, right?
Maybe,
I don't know.
Hmm.
That's something they asked maybe,
Yeah.
the insurance agent or Bill
Yeah.
Collier
Yeah.
to do that. And
Yeah.
We're still within the boundary.
I'll follow up on that,
All right,
see if there's village coverage.
with the town policy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, also with the indemnification. I
yeah,
see.
all right.
Back to minutes or?
Sorry, I had to walk out.
No, it's okay. What's that in?
Did you want to backtrack to approval of minutes or?
I thought, oh, did we do that or? did I forget that? Oh,
I walked out.
oh, no. I should have done that one before we said thank you, Grace, for taking this minutes. All right, so approval of the minutes. Sorry, my oversight. Somebody have
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
we got a first and a second. All right, any further discussion? No, no edits. All right, so all those in favor of accepting the minutes?
Um,
Aye.
All right, thanks, Ed. Then. Ed, do you want anything further on the lights at the ball field? So, really?
Because
So,
that's the politics part.
uh,
So now the village says, even though it's the Ellenville Softball League LTD, we are not allowed to, everything's gotta go through them for liability reasons and for everything else. So it doesn't even matter if we pay, we don't have the money, but let's say, even us, let's say we wanna pursue it and then we pay for it, they still have to get the contractor.
Yeah.
They have to approve the contractor, and it's like pulling teeth, I mean. We have to sit down with the village manager next month, just to go over the field itself.
okay,
So I'm gonna bring up a bunch of stuff.
all right.
Cause we've been paying for garbage cans, we've been paying for garbage, and you
It's
know what?
crazy. This
And
is
you also,
something the village needs, this is a village property.
you also pay for insurance.
Yeah, we pay $5,000 a year for insurance on the field. We have 20 teams times 10 people. We bring those people here, they go into the village, they buy food, they come to us, we pay for the bridge, we pay for we pay for everything. The village doesn't pay for anything but the lights, the electricity.
And maybe cutting the grass.
No. we
Also,
didn't
you know,
do that this
it's
year.
the only- Just, you know, to keep in mind too, it's the only like programmed recreational program that the village or the town have for adults. The only one, you know, there's no tennis instruction, there's no golf leagues, or
Or the town, right? Well, golf leagues. Or they do have golf.
They do,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Plenty of that.
If I lived in the village, I would be so mad because you're paying taxes. And what are they going to? Pay some random village manager and a bunch of police, and
Right.
like Mike and his crew? What is anyone getting for the taxes they pay? You
No,
know,
because,
village-
and like you said,
This is a normal thing that a village should offer its
and because
residents.
everybody knows everybody.
Yeah,
Mike will call my husband and say, hey, Fred, could you get the mow, could you cut it today? They'll cut outside the field to make the property look nice.
yeah.
They don't cut it inside the field. You know why? Elena's gonna love this, because there's dog crap inside the field.
Right, it's the unofficial
That's
duck park.
So my husband will pick all that up first,
Oh, man.
then cut the grass.
Just imagine the people playing though.
so, you know, like, but you
Yeah,
need, I think what we have to remember is like, we have a highway department and we have a street department.
Yeah,
And anything they do with maintaining recreation, again, the only thing there is programmatically is, the town highway department gets what they call a parks crew every summer of seasonal workers. But it seems to me like they definitely spend some time mowing at Lippman Park. They definitely mow, some of the, you know, one of the things that happens in New York State is all, burial grounds that are no longer maintained by families fall on towns to maintain.
yeah.
And those guys go around and mow all the little, you know, 5-plot cemeteries that are all around.
Hey,
What-
that's
The village.
So excuse me, how you
It's still
sound.
town. It's the town.
Yeah, but yeah,
The softball field is the town?
No, I'm saying,
The seasonal program,
Yeah,
the parks
yeah.
group. What I'm saying is that there's a lack of, paid programming to maintain parks.
Mhm.
You know, there's no
there
parks
is no
department.
budget, right?
Yeah.
Other than for living
Oh,
part.
the big argument now, we're doing a big write-up study, because I've got Alex Weinstein as our attorney. He actually started the league. The thing is, the village, they throw back and forth. The village will say, because I didn't know that we pay to use Lippman Park, village residents. percentage of, it goes to the A fund. In the
Right.
end.
Yeah.
But town residents don't pay anything for Burton Road Park.
Right.
Okay, so the manager's fighting that they don't have the extra money, because there's people who clean the bathrooms in Liberty Park. There during the summer, there's workers there.
Yeah,
So the building, we have nothing, we have to pay for the porta potty, he pays for a porta
who
potty,
pays for the porta potty?
we
You
used
guys?
to believe.
Oh, okay, okay.
So the school uses the field, they do absolutely nothing, they use our facilities.
Why don't you guys just stop paying for all this? What if you just say,
But
bye?
unfortunately, we have, our board consists of 10 people who have played on that field.
Yeah,
And their fathers have played on the field.
because they're just using you guys to
Absolutely,
maintain the field.
absolutely. So, that's it, but it's
Yeah,
that
I would-
go back and forth thing that, oh, it's the village property, but it's still the town of Warsaw. Why can't you guys work together?
I know, that's the whole point of the village. At some point, you need, whatever, my own personal thought,
I
is the village needs to be dissolved and it just needs to be the town, but that's the whole back and forth, you know, like, why are they gonna support this flailing village?
Correct.
So that, I assume the insurance only covers your league, not everybody else.
No,
Right.
there's only
Only, right?
only liability.
Yeah, and spectators.
And it's spectators, you know, because
Yeah.
we have to do a lot of stuff, like there's stuff. So I'm gonna tell you, we spent last year $24,000 on insurance and everything we put into the field. You're talking about dirt, lime,
Yeah.
everything, base, you know, safety stuff. So we are now asking to get rid of the bleachers because they have become a hazard in the village. Won't fix them. People come and bring their chairs. It's,
Yeah.
but anyway, but hey, the other thing I wanted to say is, we just had last spring, the town and the village came with that, the guy from the company, Elena, help me, what's Mark? Mark,
Who's that?
correct.
Zach?
The town and the village came together and he gave $40,000. So when the county came in that meeting, because I was there at the park, they said the only reason why this happened was because two entities and a community person got together. So why, what is it, just a front? I mean, so they're gonna, what are they?
Well, that was
why
state, that was state money.
Yeah, but they piecemeal things, you know what I mean?
Well, they won't come in, they won't, you know, with like a lot of grants, there's share cost, right?
Oh, okay.
Almost always.
You see, so that's the idea,
There's
that they
very-
weren't just gonna give the money
There's very few grants where you just get a pile, you know, there are some, there's like,
Yeah.
what's called a member
from
item.
the state.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So actually, it's the village, town and Mark, the state didn't put anything in?
Oh, the state gave whatever that check was, I forget, yeah,
Okay.
wasn't it like 40 to 60,000 or something?
Wait, where's that?
Wasn't it 110?
It's going into the kids' park, they're changing the whole playground.
Oh, yeah, it's that one, okay,
County-
yeah, yeah,
County funding, or is that state funding?
They're
No,
putting
that
the
was
bigger
Brian.
playground.
yeah.
The mayor, or the Congress rec house, whatever, the assembly.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so it's a member item.
Yes, yeah.
So that's great money because there is no match to it, it's just a piling.
But he commented that he only did it because Mark was putting money in.
Community and
Gotcha.
town.
And I
wants it.
think Evan wants to use the 25,000
It's
that came out
50,000.
of the mountain money that was for the waterfall, the park, and remember that whole
Yeah.
thing?
Never happened.
It can't go back in, so he's gonna, that'll be a referendum,
Mhm.
is what, Evan said.
Mhm.
Or at some point that the village residents will have to vote to use that 25 for that improvement of more equipment.
Just politics wise, I've noticed that seems to me that the perception of the village with the softball league is that it's like a hassle, you know, like. It's like, oh, these people want to play softball in our park, you know, that's the vibe that I get.
Well, it gets worse.
But it's not, you know, that's a great program, it's meeting the recreational needs of a big part of the community,
Right.
classic recreation.
Well, the school used it too, you would think the school would pay rent, but they didn't every time they used it.
There's gonna be spring football.
I mean,
Why-
town uses it too for, flag football.
Now, that's gonna happen in the spring now.
Oh, switch.
Why doesn't the school pay anything?
Never knew why, especially they own the Little League field. And we just passed we all pay taxes for the school, to
Yeah,
build all the fields
yeah,
in the back of the school.
so you should be able to use the schools.
Well, you would think, but they'll say it for insurance reasons.
Yeah, of course. If you didn't happen to find out, like the size of the bulb and whatever.
Oh my God, I did, I'm sorry to bring it.
That's okay.
Yes, that information you gave was great, and I gave it all to them.
Yeah, somebody was saying there needed to be an adapter or something maybe between the new light bulb from.
Probably a driver, you need a driver. to
Right,
work
that,
the
yeah,
schools.
so, and I gave you that, that legislating, that's, although I don't know what would happen if the village has to buy it, you know.
Yeah, the central Hudson thing, just not,
If you
because
could-
they didn't do anything.
You know, but somebody else could buy it and just give them the bulbs and.
Well, it's funny, because Mark is now gonna play with us this year, so we're gonna try to hit him up, to see if he has any polls.
And you didn't kind of try and put a price tag on it, did you?
No, because now the village, I'm sure the village is gonna hire union people, like, we were gonna do it with volunteers, because we have the union guy that pays us, but you can't do that.
Oh, you can
Yeah, what you're
absolutely
saying.
can't, yeah.
Right, you
Okay.
can't, because what if they get hurt? The
So that,
pole's
that makes sense to me.
30 feet up in the air.
That makes sense to me that the village, you know, needs to contract, if there's work on their property, it makes sense to me that they would insist that they contract it.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing necessarily.
Are-
Well, there's that, and then also just liability wise, you know, it's just typical, but like you hit the nail on the head with a government entity contracting, it's slower and more expensive every time. You know, it's the way that works, or the way it does.
As we all know.
Yeah.
Right,
The wheels slow down.
yeah.
Wheels.
Bureaucracy has to go through its
It's,
there's a
Use the
system.
park like mandating or something.
I know, right?
Use another town, another
Oh,
village.
I'll be happy. It's not enough food there, but
All right, and then, Aline, I don't know if you want to bring anything up with the dog park or where you're at with that.
just to-
So
Hold on a second, Hank, go ahead.
I just want to backtrack to that because that just raised a thought for me. Have you ever thought about using the baseball diamond at Littman?
well, the problem is that,
Not lit.
no, well, that's okay, we can work around that, well, we run from May to
See
September.
conflict with the soccer league?
From May, it's funny because a question came up regarding, you know, and I'll just say, you put it in, so I'm sorry, went to the town and said, if we were to go and ask for that field, because the soccer league has had it for how many years?
About 7 to 8.
Yeah, how do you work that out? And Joe more or less had a conversation with her saying, you know, whoever's been there the longest should really keep it. You'd have to work it out.
Mm.
So she thinks it's gonna be easier to work it out. What else? Because we worked it out for the fall, but she did it. But we don't know.
All right.
That would be
Okay,
a conflict there. Sorry, later.
Sorry.
Okay. My update is I'm meeting tonight with Coffee to kind of like review the project plan from their point of view. I think their exec board still needs to like approve it. They didn't have a January meeting, so that's why there's not really any update, but I'm hoping after tonight, the exec team can just approve it before their February meeting. The no major changes though, like still the same thing you've all seen. And I think you know, once I have that, then we'll be ready to go to the village. The only issue is I have a new job where I have to be in person in the city on Mondays. And so going to the village board meeting in person is going to be kind of impossible for me for the next few months. And so I think the thing that I'll need to ask for some help on is just like how we represent the Parks Commission at the village board meeting. I mean, I can be there via Zoom, but I think it'll be really important to have, you know, a couple people in person from Parks to as part of the presentation and the ask. So again, like I just need this official sort of like coffee is ready to go, thumbs up from them, and then I'm gonna talk with Evan and just see like what's the best board meeting for us to come to. And then I'll email the commission here just to see like which date hopefully people can come and we can have a little crew ready. And maybe we'll do a little meeting beforehand just to review, um, what the presentation and the ask will be. In a way, it's sort of easier if I'm going to go through the slides, it'll be easy for me to do that remotely. Um, but yeah, I think that's going to be just like an in-person challenge. Um, so that's my update so far. But hopefully I'm hoping like February, March. I mean, February would be great to just get it in front of the village board and get the vote and like ideally everybody says great and then once everything thaws, we can just like be ready to go with the plan. But
All right, so, does the village now have Zoom for teleconference?
Oh, I know you could.
yes, yes, they do.
I thought I saw one thing that's
Using
easy
Zoom now.
there, yeah.
They
And
have
then,
it now.
then the second item, then, I mean, is, do you have any, most of the funding figured out? Because that's gonna be a big sticking point for the village board.
Sorry, did you say funding?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like we've looked at that all together. The whole idea is that coffee is fundraising. So when I meet with them tonight, that's the piece that we just need them to finalize is like and commit to. Um, but all along the plan has been that coffee is fundraising through donations and sponsorships. Their December fundraising drive was all focused on the dog park project.
Okay, I'm just, I don't want to be like negative, but that's a big ask from, I think, the village board that the funding would be in place. That's, well, maybe not.
There's no way, I mean, through the whole since
Yeah.
day one, the whole goal of this, the whole reason that I've even been pushing it is that there would be no village funds required.
I understand that, yeah.
Yeah.
And you still feel that's doable, Elena?
Yeah, I mean, I think that totally like it's a very affordable project if we can just do it.
Yeah.
Um,
They're gonna be the same thing here that she's dealing with the softball field now.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to put it out to bid and all that too. Is that gonna be?
there's no need for a bid because coffee, the whole structure of this project is that coffee will manage the project.
Yeah, I'm just,
So they would let them bring equipment onto the property without them saying who does it?
Sorry? Sorry?
because I had this discussion about just putting the light bulbs in at the softball field, which is village property. And they
Uh-huh.
put back on that they would have to oversee it for insurance reasons, but, and et cetera, et cetera. Now I'm wondering if that's gonna be a wrench in the dog park. Create.
What's the wrench?
The cleaning of the field, the cleaning of your space. Don't you have to bring the machinery in?
Putting the fence in, they're saying that the village has to be in charge of doing stuff at the softball field because it's their property. So is this where the dog?
So, I mean,
I'm just saying, I'm just,
yeah,
just like.
I don't know.
It'll be
we'll see what they say.
another wrench in the works here, so. Since they're saying that they have to hire the person to put the light bulbs in at the softball field. Sounds like they would have to be the person to hire who puts.
Well, does the softball field have a nonprofit organization designated as project manager for the field?
We are nonprofit, but we are not designated from the village. We're an
So,
LTD.
I mean, that's a difference. Like, I think the whole ask for the village is that coffee be officially designated as the project management
Gotcha.
group. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, well,
An example of that is the way the village worked with the Open Space Institute to fix up the Carriage Road section in the village.
Yeah.
just wanted to know with the softball field, is it gonna be an issue with coffee goes in?
Can the league try to make, what is that called?
Project manager.
We try to do that.
Well, I mean, maybe what you should do, Deb, is like it's all about precedent, right? So if this gets approved and it goes well, then like I would say strategically for the softball should sort of wait and see how this goes and then And then if it goes well and they approve everything and we handle the structure of it well, then I think it's a great model for doing the same thing.
Okay, and there are new trustees on the board, so it should be a little, hopefully a little different than last time.
Our number one dog park hater is not on that board anymore, so
Who was that?
Stan. hated the
She's
dog
here in
park.
town.
I know,
She's-
but she hated the dog park.
She's softball here, so.
So maybe I better luck this time.
Must have missed that one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Which Sam?
Ellis.
Ellis.
Brad was gonna come and he wanted to be on the Parks and Rec Commission, and then her whole tirade, he was like, no, I don't wanna be a part of this. I was like, great. Thanks, Sam.
all right, so anything else on dog park, rail trails, and so any other old business that we've overlooked at this point?
I don't think so.
Does it make sense to try and, talk to the new supervisor of the town about, moving ahead with the surveys that we need for,
We can always ask, right?
What's your
There's no
thing?
harm in asking.
you're probably sick of reading things. about it.
I mean, all the quotes have to be re-upped.
Yeah.
I mean, all the prices have probably changed.
Yeah, sure.
significantly. So, if Joe's willing to come to a meeting and discuss it and he has an interest in moving forward, I'll reach back out and get quotes, but I want some kind of guarantee it's gonna be at least brought forward.
Yeah, that's hard to get.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, if the town budget in total went up quite a bit, for the town levy, at least the village residents. I don't know what it was overall to a town resident. I don't know what the cause of that was. It could be that, I don't know how they're funding the new garage, the highway garage and all. If that was moving over or whatever, I don't think they had 10 million or whatever.
No, I mean, they were, I saw a calculation on that it was gonna raise taxes, basically for 20 years.
So it did go up.
And
So then I add
substantially,
something like this on, it's like, how do we fit this in, from the town?
especially if it's, especially, when they're already in their budget year.
But I feel like, isn't this a big liability for the town, not really having these surveys and people
Well-
on property, not on town property?
Well, we spent a whole bunch of time and effort to get some trails that the town had constructed on private property.
And there's still one, right?
Yeah.
Partially, yeah.
We didn't because it's not like,
It's not marked well enough to know, or,
I mean, there's a pretty noticeable rebar even when it's covered up in.
yeah,
lines
no,
and
it's
stuff.
just, it's lack of coordination between the volunteers and town and.
Sure.
The volunteers that constructed the trail.
I mean, that's the one connector for all the trails in that area.
Yeah.
Is that the one down Broom Road?
No, at
Oh.
Lemon Park,
Oh,
close to the living,
yes, yes.
Thunder,
Yeah.
the main trail.
I don't know, so probably something that's gotta be a discussion to see if they would ever entertain it, probably
Yeah.
for 27.
Yeah.
You know?
It may be the kind of thing that, there's been a couple of problems with, the town, not, trails being built and things like that on private property. And it may be something, sometimes the way things work in government is there has to be a problem for them to want to spend the money required.
Yeah, I mean, there's been the whole existence of Lippman Park, there's been a couple of times they had to do lot line adjustments to get the trails back on the property and everything, so.
Exactly.
All right. Well,
Just
we'll keep that in mind,
That's
yeah.
all business.
I mean, the other
Yeah,
thing
and also
too,
I mentioned, I need to reconnect with Doug about getting some data, but I was off for a couple weeks at the end of the year, but house projects took over. I was gonna try to get out to Lippman Park and do some GPS tracking of the routes to update the trail map, but.
Oh, right. yeah.
Doug said he had some existing data and the trails in some areas haven't changed, so instead of reinventing the wheel, to see where things have changed.
Mhm. Yeah, those maps do need an update.
Yeah.
So the other one that you've always brought up past, Hank, is what our mission is, I guess, for the commission about supposedly helping with creating a budget
Mhm.
and what's supposed to be sent. So I don't know if we can maybe make progress on that
Yep.
this year for 27. That's something to keep on our
Yeah.
on our plate, I think.
I think it was successful last year, you know, you kind of spearheaded Elena getting a parks budget together. And I think that was, you know,
Some
somewhat,
of the,
some
it's
it's-
20 for 25, right?
yeah, and that was somewhat successful. I mean, some of the stuff is still sitting, waiting to be installed, but it's been purchased. Some of it has been purchased and installed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we should be doing that. What's the
That's it.
calendar?
That,
What's the calendar on that?
when they do budgets, I think start in like August or September, I think. If you go, I don't know if it's up there, okay, but if you, or you can look at their minutes
Yeah.
and stuff. You know, they might, on the calendar, they would always say budget workshop.
Yep.
And then maybe it's still on there for 25, you would know.
Mhm.
I imagine that the village budget process is probably almost ready to get going now. Because of when.
I wonder if could we do like a renewed invitation to our representatives on the village and the town to attend this meeting? Now
Especially
that
with the turnover, yeah.
Yeah, it just feels like that would be really nice, and I feel like we might have gotten kind of forgotten in the shuffle.
I mean, the ad hoc members are supposed to be it's like
Well,
the street guy and the highway guy.
Street, highway, and also the mayor, I thought, and the supervisor, right? They're ex officios, right? Is that what you're asking?
Yes, ex officio, yeah.
I'm gonna text Joe Stecker now about nobody's heard who our liaison is, for again, if he just only the same one.
It was Bill Brown, right? Well, we had two.
Bill and John Frost,
Yeah.
yeah. I hope I say liaison.
LIA.
Yeah, I got
S-O-N.
it, spelled correct. You know, it messes us up, but it does help us at times.
Double-edged sword.
The other thing I think I'll bring up that, in December, the village had a golf committee meeting to go over what Tom, as the superintendent and the village and kind of the state of that particular park, the golf course, Joe. And it's still breaking even and holding its own.
Good.
So that part is okay. And then you mentioned the leagues. Paul Kraft had mentioned that it wouldn't even be in existence without having golf leagues.
Right.
That's like the main revenue driver.
Rather than walk-ons.
Correct. Yeah, so I mean, that's steady income as long as the weather cooperates and all that. So then the big items, I guess, for Tom was, you know, his equipment is again getting older and older, so. That's something that they'll have to figure out. They talked about raising fees and all that, and I don't know if they decided at this point. The village board trustees, I think, have to decide that.
So it's breaking even, but it's not generating enough money for any like
Capital.
big capital.
Right, so
He was gonna generate a little bit of money.
it might,
Like
I mean,
60
but you
grand
know,
or
they
something.
didn't say it was, you know.
Yeah,
There, the big golf tournament that, was run didn't happen last year, and that.
The hospital,
No, not the hospital.
well, the hospital
I
had
didn't know
no,
they rented all those new golf carts for that tournament, or?
Well, no, that's for everyday use.
Mm.
you're talking about field nutrition, or,
Yes.
yeah, well, the guy in the hospital didn't go there last year either.
Yeah. And that's some money lost, but the big one was the one that, was in memory of, right, it was for Joe Stecker Memorial, right? That was the big money, and that's where they bought a lot of they fixed the roof. I think they bought a tractor and stuff like that. But at least, I think it helped it out. If they made us a little bit of money, it didn't lose money.
How come they didn't run a tournament last year?
Phil didn't have the energy to do it,
Yeah.
you
And the
know,
hospital.
and he was short-staffed,
Yeah.
so.
The hospital didn't go back there because there's no restaurant. That's a big thing. The year before we went there.
Yeah.
They made a lot of money, but Sammy Brown's was open, she came and catered.
Right.
But they had
Oh,
the restaurant there,
down.
and it's like, you know, you have to feed the golfers.
Yeah, there's no restaurant open now at this
Right.
point, but that got addressed too. They thought there might be a resolution to that.
And is
By
the renter
February.
out too?
New
Yeah, is he out?
Is he out because the guy that
No.
doesn't pay?
No,
So
it
right
wasn't
there.
as of that date.
He was still
Just
with
right.
Yeah, I swear to God,
I know, he's been up there forever, whatever.
unbelievable.
Get your free
They
rent.
thought that there might be a resolution, but, that was,
So the guy that was running the restaurant, and the restaurant's closed, but he's still out.
He
Still runs the restaurant.
He's
the owner of
been here for
20
like 5 years
Yeah.
now, rent free.
That's remarkable.
I know.
so anyway, that's where that's it. The other thing that doesn't really matter to us, they're going cashless there.
Oh,
So-
okay.
When you come in, you're gonna have to pay, use a card
It's better
Sure.
accountability.
for,
Mhm.
for the annual greens fees payments. It'll be able to remit a check into the village. They just they don't want to be handling cash at all. So that was one of, I guess, the big announcement there.
And the thing about the park is they used to do swear stuff for the
I
kids.
know this.
And then they stopped doing that.
Yeah, this was the year to
It's-
do it. If they might have lost money on it, that's all I can think of.
I'm sure they did, but no one's gonna make money doing that because it's free.
It was, yeah.
Well, no, you did the, snow tubing,
You
they
paid?
charged, they paid her $10.
I didn't pay when I went. The
Really?
first year I moved here, it was free. We went and they had the snow tubes and there were people there and you could just go.
Well,
in.
maybe as an introduction, but right after that, you had to,
That was the last year they did it. They haven't done
Really?
it since then. Yeah, it was free.
there was one day that the town did it as a winter prep activity, the town youth commission.
Oh, maybe that's. what
And
it
they paid the village.
Maybe
Yes,
that's
that
what
was
it
So kids, anybody could show up and didn't have to pay.
was. Okay.
The town, that was one day that I
Yeah.
know. So that's all I'd have on that. Anybody else with any new business that they want to bring up at this point?
I think so.
All right. Elena, you're good? Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll see everybody. We'll adjourn a few minutes early here. February 19th here. If you know ahead of time, even before like that, if you know by the Friday before, please email me or text me. Because then I'll just send out an email saying, we could do it the 26th if the 19th is no good. Because we know Doug's out. So we need one of the 6 of us, or we need all of the 6 of us to be here.
Okay.
And if one of us can't, please text me or email me, let us know, and then I'll just send out an email that will go for the February 26th, otherwise we'll skip. Which I don't know that we really want to do, and hopefully maybe someone can find a member.
Yep.
To put an application, but that would help. Even if just one more helps, 2 more would be great, but we got 3 positions, so.
I'll follow up with that. There's a guy that works at Madawaska who George was talking about.
He's within the town.
Yeah, he's moved into the town and I'll follow up with him.
Because you could ask there, just remember, the village, one person does not have to be a
Right.
resident. We can have more than one.
Yep.
So, all right, with that, we'll adjourn and see everybody next month. Either hopefully on the 19th, all the 6 of us can make it. But I don't think Doug can. And otherwise, we'll try for the 26th. Wait, I might have, wait a minute, let me just add one. I forgot this one thing. I didn't send the text, so. Anyway, I'll see who the liaisons are then, if he answers right away. I don't know if we'll get it. We'll give him like a minute or 2. Well, I should just any change, but still.
Who's the liaison from the village?
I don't know, because it used to be Sam, right?
Yeah,
So I don't know who it would be now.
we'd have to ask.
Maybe I wonder if we can get Nell Sorry.
I know
She might, or maybe she did say
She indicated that she was interested in getting appointed as the dozen.
Okay.
She'd be good.
Yeah, because she was already involved,
Yeah.
so she seems.
She knows what's going on with her town.
Well, a lot of stuff that we, be at the youth commission too. like-
you think she would take herself off because she said it would be a conflict of interest? I'm sorry.
She
Yeah,
thought she was
as a
gonna take
member.
herself off as a member,
Yeah, she got as the
but that she was hoping to get appointed.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
for the
please.
village representative, take Sam's spot.
All right, I don't know, Joe's probably, so.
Does anybody, have contact with Milsari? Can we follow up with her and see if she is the,
Well, she might be downstairs.
Yeah,
Her office
because
is
I
down
down here and asked her.
there. Yeah, so
she's still working.
we'll adjourn, maybe Joe will be down there, we can ask him.